What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another exciting new episode of Homeboy Talk. I'm your co-host, Deon Donovan, creator of the Tales of Florida comic book series, and this is my co-host,
Orrion online, and that's right, we are here for Homeboy Talk, where we talk about pop culture, gaming, and all that crazy noise. Let's get into these talking points.
With the recent hot topic of race bending in Hollywood and the portrayal of characters who are originally Caucasian now being portrayed by actors and actresses of color, there's been a lot of debate about it and whether it's right, whether it's wrong. Leave it to basically people are complaining about that it needs to be as close and accurate to the source material as possible. But on the other hand of that, we also have a potentially new trend of gender bending characters and gender bending roles of certain characters of different mediums, whether it be comics, novels, movies, whatever. A few examples would be recently the Ancient One in Doctor Strange. We have with Iron Man, Tony Stark dying in the Avengers films. Riri Williams as Ironheart, possibly being able to take the mantle of that character. We also have the new James Bond movie, No Time to Die, supposedly having a black woman replace James Bond as 007, as it's a title and not just a person of that, not just a person. And we had a female Terminator that did not do well in the box office or at all. And then you have, even in television, The Boys season 2 of Mallory, the character Mallory, which was originally a man in the comic, being a woman in the TV show. So with this almost new trend of gender bending roles in pop culture, what do you think about this new trend and how is it affecting, I guess, everything else in that spectrum?
Yeah, in fact, I feel like that even though this is the trend and this is what's being implemented, I guess the best we could both do is just speculate and banter and just have our own dream opinions of what they could possibly do with gender bending pop culture characters. Because of the fact of the matter is like, yeah, it's going on in Hollywood because it's kind of one of those things where if you do race bending, you're gonna end up doing gender bending. You know, you give Hollywood an inch, they're gonna take the full yard, or even go to the moon or Mars, wherever they want to go. You know. So yeah, man. Like, I honestly think that with gender bending pop culture characters, I think that there's a whole lot of fun you can go about that. Hell, you could do your own fan series if you want to in comic books, you know, where you could gender bend a character and write a completely different storyline and write a completely different upbringing of characters and stuff like that, but using the same thing. It might, because you know what? It's at the point where a lot of, intellectual properties are being reutilized and revisioned, and I think that's I'm not going to even say think, but this is actually, I know, is a known trend, and it is working out because people are liking the gender bending idea. You know, hell, like this just came to mind, just popped up in my mind that when the Power Ranger movie came out, there were speculations that the Green Ranger Tommy was going to be a female. You know, which is, you know what? If they did that, I'd accept it. Because that's pretty dope, you know. I mean, it's been a really known history in Power Rangers in general that in the Super Sentai vision, they had a specific character, especially mostly known as the Yellow Ranger, was a male in the Super Sentai version. They gender bend that in female in Power Rangers. You could see that in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. If you look at the body type, don't really pay attention to the details, but you could see that the Yellow Ranger has a male figure in Super Sentai footages. But then when you transition over to the American footages, you can see cut and clear there's a female in that body, you know.
It's high def now. We can clearly see it.
So you can clearly see what they were trying to hide behind a 4x3 360 360 image, that you can highly see now in high def, and especially on Netflix, of how they're gender bending. But I guess we could have to have fun now, because I guess it's going to be a fun topic of gender bending characters. Now, I had some ideas that I was throwing out there, where what if we took well-known characters and go to the moon, like Hollywood would probably do, such as let's take Jason Voorhees, or let's take Freddy Krueger, and gender bend them into females. Like would that make would that make an impact, or would that stir the pot, or would that intrigue you to want to see what it's all about? Would it sell? Could it sell? Like, what if you re-envision these characters? Because that's the trend now, is re-envisioning, remaking, rebooting, remastering. I mean,
give it a new paint of color.
Yeah, why not? Give it a try. Yeah. What if RoboCop, is a female? In fact, I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I would like to see a RoboCop as female. Maybe itself. Give RoboCop 2077. With a female embodiment. Coming out of Detroit, or you could do what else out there? Like you said, you got James Bond now being casting as a female character. What if you took the whole entire cast of Fast and Furious and just reversed it all, where the main character is all females, maybe will that sell? I understand when it comes to Hollywood, trying to have an all-girl team, it's almost like it's pushing an agenda. I'm all for female empowerment, women empowerment. I'm sorry if I offended anybody. I understand this is 2020 if I said female empowerment. But yes, women empowerment, I am all for it, stuff like that. I would love to see more women on screen time, with mainstream characters. Sometimes it is a hit and miss, and sometimes, like I said, sometimes it is a hit and miss. But I feel like there's ways to make it a hit, even if you're not going to put it on the silver screen. You could you could make it a comic book fan series or a Netflix series special. There's ways to go about it, Like, honestly, we could just throw out some ideas and stuff like that. Something that you and I could do. Stuff we could just throw out characters, and what would you like to see gender bend? But yeah, I'm gonna start off with you. What else would you like to see gender bend?
All right. Gender bend, huh? For mainstream title, maybe gender bent mainstream title. Maybe something. I like to see something more in the more, I guess, on the villain side. I like to see like maybe even a gender bent, like Green Goblin or something, or Wilson Fisk. I think like villains. I think I've seen some videos and complaints about women only having the roles of being like this saint, or something that needs to be protected, or basically a device for playing a role where they're the only motivation for a male character. We don't really get to see, I guess, or we don't really get to see women as like straight up just a bad person, like a bad, vile, irredeemable person to a certain degree, right? I mean, we have great villains like, there's great James Bond villains like Dr. No. You have the Joker. You have Thanos. You have those kind of villains, and it's like the female or the woman equivalent to that is what? I couldn't really tell you. Nothing comes to light right now, So I think female villains. I think definitely having more women as villains, and then them being more not just not like the head bitch in charge, or not them they're just bossy, but actually them having been menacing and scary and like, oh shit, like a female Freddy Krueger, you know what I'm saying, giving you some nasty dreams or everything, cutting your dick off and shit like that in your dream, just some crazy shit. I think that would be cool. I think to see that kind of variety. In terms of that kind of variety in terms of a villain, even like a Killmonger, those kind of roles typically go to men, and I think that a female villains would be a really dope twist on the whole genre of it all. And I think seeing that push for that would be would definitely be a fresh breath of air, man. Breath of fresh.
What if we went complete left field or right field, whichever side you decide to be on? But what if we went, hey, you know what? We'll go into the gaming genre. A female Mario rescuing a male princess or prince. Male prince.
Hold his own.
You know, why not? Right. You know, why can't the protagonist or the antagonist switch sides for once? Why can't males be rescued? Granted, people, you know, people are like, oh man, a guy being rescued by a woman. Oh man, come on now, it's 2020. Yeah. All right, let's. You
step in the ring with Holly Holmes.
Yeah.
And you see how you turn out.
Right. You know, so I mean, why not? You know, like we got. I feel like it's in our responsibility to give women more of a credit than what we've done decades on of how we paint the picture of what women should be like, you know, such as damsel in distress and stuff like that. Why they always have to be damsels in distress when they could be just as badass and stuff like that. There's been proven that women can be badass. Now, the gaming genre, going back into the live action world, you know, in Resident Evil, we had Mila, what's her last name again? But Mila, who was the main character of Resident Evil, you know?
Jill?
No.
Redfield?
Mila.
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, Mila Jovovich, yeah. Oh. She led Resident Evil, the whole entire live action series, you know? And it sold, you know? People are willing to watch women kick ass, you know? Took out, like, you know, you got her stepping up to a whole lot of menacing creatures from Resident Evil and stuff like that, and kicking a lot of zombies' asses and shit, you know? And we've seen it done where in Walking Dead, Michonne, badass black samurai woman, cutting the fuck out of these damn zombies and shit like that. Honestly, that is artistic on its own. A black woman samurai, right. You know that is. I feel like that there's more ways to actually paint women as a badass and stuff. You know, there's ways that you can definitely do it. You know, hell, you can go into the cartoon world. Where what if Samurai Jack was female? You know, I know Powerpuff try to dabble into Rowdy Rough Boys stuff like that. You know, but where is their spinoff? You know, what if Dexter and Dee Dee were to switch places? You know, what if Dexter was a woman and Dee Dee was a guy who's the dumb one, fucking at the laboratory. Yeah. You know, with two stupid dogs. All right, we won't go that far, but you know, Ed and Eddie, you know, which they had their I guess neighbors or friends or their nemesis and stuff like that. They had the female versions of that too. But why can't Johnny Bravo be female and hitting on dudes all day? You know. That would be hilarious. I mean, let's gender bend a lot of things. Let's have fun with it. Like, have we lost? Are we in a generation where we all lost having fun? Why not? Why can't we have fun? Everything needs to be taken seriously. It's all about how can we get eyes on a product? Can it sell? You know, we need to make money. Everything else needs to lead to profits. There's no more. Let's just have fun. You know, like there's so many ideas. Like just, you know what? I'll even leave it up to you guys, the viewers and stuff like that. You know, whatever our comment section, or you can actually hit us up on Twitter. What would you like to see gender bend, and tell me your reasoning why? Tell us your reasoning on why if you like to see a specific character. Rather, if you want to see something like for example, we just said Johnny Bravo hitting on dudes all day, you know, or Ed and Eddie being girls and they're having their fun. We're a spin-off series of Powerpuff Girls where you got the Rowdy Rough Boys and stuff, you know. Let's have fun, you know. Like let's throw it at you guys, and you know, maybe there'll be a part 2 of this discussion of gender bending pop culture characters, because honestly this is a fun topic on itself.
Right. It leads to a lot of different possibilities and different angles to stories and to storytelling and to, you know, the plots and the scripts. It's a different flavor. Especially some of these IPs and these franchises that are kind of tried and true and are almost to the point where they're dead. You give you give it some life if you change it up a bit. It's almost like the race bending. Like, to a certain degree, like Hawkman, right? No one gives a fuck about Hawkman. No one cared about Hawkman. This is the most people have talked about Hawkman for years now. Hawkwoman, Hawkgirl is what everyone loves. So when you cast another character, cast a character, and then they're black or whoever, actress or actor, you kind of put a spotlight on it, a new spotlight on the character that wouldn't have been there before. So it gives you a new visual. It gives you a flavor, a new taste to it. So now we're like, it's on your radar. When before, Hawkman wasn't on your radar at all. You could care less. But now it's like, now I'm actually looking at Hawkman. Now I'm actually trying to see if it delivers or not. So a lot of these dead-end franchises or some of these ideas that have not been revisited in a long time could use a gender bent role, or could use some different course of direction to try to bring it to modern day. Yeah, man. But yeah, definitely for the audience out there, let us know what you think. Comment what character you want to see get gender bent potentially, and on the best one, in our opinion, we'll talk about it in the full feature video.
Definitely, man. We look forward to doing a part 2, but we'll go ahead and let you guys take place. And we'll go ahead and end this topic off, and we look forward to having a part 2 with you guys. All right, that wraps things up over here. Thank you guys for tuning in with Homeboy Talk. And I want to go ahead and pass it off to my homeboy here.
Thanks again, y'all, for listening, participating, and enjoying our content. And we're out.
All right, that's it. Peace.